Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Reviews. I'm Buddy1927, and today I'm on the public test server 9.3, and I'm actually going to be going over all the new US light tank because they've added a whole new line to the US, and I'm just going to go over the light tanks themselves individually. We got the M24 Chaffee, we got the T-37 Tier 6 light tank, we got the M41 Walker Bulldog, which is a Tier 7 tank. We got the new T49, which is the Tier 8 tank, and I'm going to be going over each one of them. Let's go over the major ones. First, we're going to start off with the M24 Chaffee. Now, I'm even going to compare the M24 Chaffee compared to the current Chaffee on the 9.2 patch and compare the differences over. So this tank isn't bad. The profile is a lot lower than it was on the 9.2 Chaffee, so you can see the difference in the difference in the profile on that. Let's take a look at the specs, and there we go. We can see that a lot better. This Chaffee here has 440 hit points. You actually are losing some hit points. The current Chaffee has 580 hit points. So you've lost 140 hit points on this. Engine horsepower is 460. You lost. The current Chaffee has 500 horsepower. So you've lost 40 horsepower off on the new Chaffee. But you actually have gained speed. Your top speed on the new Chaffee is 77.2 kilometers per hour, compared to 56 kilometers per hour on the old Chaffee. Now, the new Chaffee traverse speed is 42 degrees per second, and the old Chaffee was 46 degrees per second, so a little bit there. Armor, 25, 25, and 19, still the same. Still the same on the turn at 38, 25, and 25. We'll go over the gun here in a second. The turn traverse speed is actually increased. Here it's at 44 degrees per second compared to 39 degrees per second. The view range, you lose 10 meters. It's 390. The old one was 400 meters. And the signal range is the same at 745 meters. So that's the thing. Let's take a look at the gun here real quick. This is the Top Gun, the 75 caliber gun. I think that's 75. Yeah, 75 caliber gun, and I'll blow that up so you can see that a lot better. Okay, the current Top Gun on the current Chaffee is 76 millimeters, so we got two different types of guns. 75 rounds, 75 caliber gun, 15.79 rounds per minute on the current gun. The old 76 gun had 18.18 rounds per minute. Average pin on this thing is 96, 143, and 38 compared to 137, 185, and 38. So you're losing some penetration here. Average damage is 110, 110, and 175 compared to the old damage of 115, 115, and 185, so you've lost some damage there also. 0.39 at 100 meters, still the same. Aiming time, this is 2 seconds, where the aiming time was 1.7 seconds, so you lost some aiming time there. This one can have AP, APCR, and high explosive, compared to AP, APCR, and high explosive on there. So the guns have changed on this thing. Some of the other specs have changed, but you got a lower profile now on the Chaffee. You can actually go faster on this Chaffee. You lost some traverse speed, and your power in your gun, you lost some power in your gun. So that's the change from 9.2 to the 9.3. Let's take a look at the next tank, which is the T-37, which is the Tier 6 new light tank. This isn't a bad tank at all. I played it so far, and it actually looks pretty. I've actually had some good success. It actually looks like the old Chaffee with the big head on it. So let's take a look at the specs on this tank. And let me undo that. Sorry guys, that's my fault. Okay, the current specs on this thing is 680 hit points. Horsepower is 500. Top speed on this is 66 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed is pretty good at 48 degrees per second. Armor on this is 25, 25, and 19. Traverse is 31. Turret is 31, 25, and 25. We'll go over the gun here in a second. The turret traverse speed is 44 degrees per second. View range on this is 390 meters and 745 on the signal range. So that's not bad at all. Yeah, I mean, this is not a bad tank. I don't play light tanks that much, but I've enjoyed playing this line so far. Let's take a look at the gun, and I'll blow that up. And that's it. This is a 76 caliber gun. This is the gun that was on the Chaffee itself. Okay, this is the 76, 18.18 rounds per minute. 1/5 actually does a little bit better. This is actually a little bit better than what was on the old Chaffee at 150, 199, and 38 compared to one, and average damage is 115, 115, 85. So it has a higher pin rate than the old Chaffee did. Accuracy is a little bit better too at 0.36 compared to 0.39 at 100 meters on the old on the old Chaffee. This one also fires AP, APCR, and high explosives. So I'm going to also take a look at this gun here. I'm actually going to equip that gun. This is the gun I am going to be actually playing, and since it's blown up. Okay, this is the 76. This is the auto loader. 76 caliber. It holds 5 shells in the magazine. Shell reload time for each shell is 2 seconds. Reload of the clip is 20 seconds. Average pin is 137, 185, and 38, which is exactly what it was on the old Chaffee, but it wasn't auto loader. 115, 115, and 185 for average damage. 0.38 accuracy at 100 meters and 2.1 seconds in the reload time. This one carries AP, APCR, and high explosives. So it has two. Let me pull that up here real quick. It has two 76 millimeter guns. You got the auto loader, and you also have the straight. Now the straight does a little bit more pin, but overall you got the auto loader, and that's the gun I want to use, and it's a good tank. It's a good gun. So that's the M37. Let's take a look at the M41 Walker Bulldog. This isn't a bad tank. Also, it's a pretty good tank. And I'm just giving you basically an overview of all these tanks. Let's take a look at the research of the tank. Now you do have, again, 4 guns and an autoloader. We'll go over the autoloader a little bit later, which is a tier 7 gun. You got tier 7 turret, tier 10 radio, tier 8 engine, tier 7 set of tracks. So let's go back to the garage, and let's go ahead and blow up those specs and go over the specs a little bit. This thing has 910 hit points, 550 horsepower, 72.4 kilometers per hour top speed. Traverse speed is actually pretty good at 56 degrees per second. Hull on this is 25, 25, and 19. And armor turret is 25, 25, and 25. We'll go over the gun here in a second. The turn traverse speed is 50 degrees per second. View range on this is 400 meters and 745 on the signal range. So close that, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up. This is the auto loader, and I'll go ahead and pull up the other gun. 76 millimeter gun. This one holds 10 rounds in the magazine, 2 seconds per round, 32 seconds for a reload of the magazine. Average penetration on this is 175, 210, 38. Average damage is 150, 150, and 185. Accuracy is a little less at 0.4 at 100 meters, but still pretty good. Aiming time on this is okay at 2.1 seconds. This also carries APCR rounds, HER heat rounds, and high explosive rounds. Now let's take a look at the. Oops, sorry, wrong gun. Let's take a look at the other gun, which is the other 76 caliber gun. Its rate of fire on this is 17.4 rounds per minute, 75, 210, and 38 damage. 150, 150, 185. Accuracy is a little bit better at 0.38 at 100 meters, and aiming time is a little bit faster at 0.9 seconds. This one carries also APCR, heat, and HE rounds. So those are the two top guns. It's up to you whether you want an auto loader or if you want the straight gun. It depends on your style and how you're going to actually play this tank. So that's the Walker Bulldog. Let's take a look at what's the next one? T49, which is the new Tier 8 light tank. This is not a bad tank. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy playing this because of this gun right here, the 152 caliber gun. So that's the gun itself. Let's take a look at how it actually comes. It comes with two different types of guns, both of them Tier 8. You got two different types of turrets. Top one is Tier 8, Tier 10 radio, Tier 8 engine, and Tier 8 set of tracks. So that's not bad. Let's take a look at the specs on this thing, and I'll blow that up for you. Okay, the specs on this thing is 1,100 hit points, 550 horsepower, 72.4 top speed kilometers per hour, 44 degrees per second on the traverse speed. Armor on this is 25, 25, and 19. The turret armor is 38, 15, and 15. We'll go over the gun a little bit later. 44 degrees on the traverse on the turret, 400 meters view range, and 745 on the signal range. So that's that. Okay, what I'm going to do first is wrong button. I'm actually going to show you the 90 millimeter on this first. Oops, wrong button. And blow this up. Okay, that's the 90 mil caliber gun. Rate of fire on this is 9.52 rounds per minute. 102, 250, 45 penetration. 320, 240, 320 on the damage. 0.38 accuracy at 100 meters. Not bad. 2.3 seconds. It carries HE, heat, and HE. So that's not bad. Now let's take a look at the wrong gun. Okay, this is the 152 millimeter gun launcher XM81 conventional. Okay, this is a conventional gun, guys. Hey, this is a 152 caliber gun. Rate of fire on this is 2.61 rounds per minute. Not that fast. 76, 152, and 85 is the average pin rate. A 910, 700, and 910 average damage. Accuracy on this gun sucks at 0.6 at 100 meters. Some arties have better accuracy than this gun is. So basically, they just took the gun off an arty and stuck it on a light. Aim time on this is 0.3 6 seconds, not good at all. It does carry HE heat and another HE, so that has a big dart gun. You need to be aware of the load time on this thing. Yes, you can have fun. I think a lot of people are just going to grind to this tank just for this gun right here. That's my opinion. I don't think anybody's going to be worrying about lighting. They just want that tank for the gun. That's it. So if you play the 90, it means one of two things: either you don't like the big ass gun, or you're grinding to get this big ass gun. So that's the light tanks in the US line. Now, I basically went over the light tanks in the US line, and I'm not a light tank player, so I might try to ground some clips, do melee, some clips of these tanks in action, and hopefully I can go ahead and get them up so you can see what they actually can do. Basically, I just want to do a quick overview of all three of those tanks. All four of those tanks in one clip. So if you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments about this video, please leave your comments down below on my YouTube page. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the latest video I do comes out and you're able to watch it. If you're a YouTuber looking for a YouTube network, check out Marky Dragon Network. The link is down below. They're my YouTube partner. And this program was recorded with XSplit. Link down below for the information about XSplit is down below in the comments section. In the description section, sorry. So I'd like to thank you again for watching this video, and do me a favor, save some tanks on the battlefield for me. You all have a good day.